Well, with yesterday's little bit of yard cleanup, really noticing how much nature is already growing in. Like it's starting to sprout, and it's going to take over real fast. So I think I'm going to probably spend the whole day today doing yard stuff, and I'm going to attempt to beat back all the thorn bushes back there. I'll try and reclaim this side over here, and just kind of see what I can get done. I'm going to do the lazy part first, run the mower as much as I can, see what that'll get, and chop up before I start going after all the thorn bushes and cutting them down and stuff. If I can mow them down, that's a lot less little pokies and everything to deal with. So, and the other thing is I should have taken better advantage of the frozen ground during the winter to rip a bunch of this stuff, because a lot of these areas where I just kind of back dragged with the tractor when the ground was frozen, the grass survived and it had ripped all the vines and thorn bushes and stuff like that out, and it's actually reasonably okay. But now that it's thawed, anything that I try and do with the tractor, it's just going to rip up the grass, the dirt, and everything. And even running the tractor back and forth, every time you're going, it's leaving little bits of ruts, and every time you turn, it's ripping up a little bit of the grass and natural growth that's there already. So I'm trying to limit how much that I use the backhoe for and the loader. I'll have to use it for what I have to use it for, obviously, and whatnot. So I'm going to do a little probing with the ride on. Let's see what we can get. And yeah, let's do a little before and after. I might run the chainsaw on a few of the bigger trees on the other side there and get some of those chopped up, and maybe use the tractor and drop those on the side of the property. But let's take a look around. So yeah, all this area here, and over there, that's what I mowed last time, and it's already growing in pretty good. So I didn't mow any of this. I didn't mow any of this because all these fence pieces and stuff. I'm sorry, the video is glitching a little bit here. And this whole area is pretty well overgrown. You know what? The forward facing camera is glitching out, so I'm going to use the selfie side. Sorry that I'm in part of the videos, but a lot of this stuff, like this little teepee right here, that's probably about 2 feet tall. So I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, see, like that's a good amount of space, and those are all over the place, and good amount of thorn bushes and whatnot. And once I get in there, I'll probably take down some of these saplings and stuff like that. That's the driveway that I was starting to clear yesterday. So if I get this all mowed, then I could actually come right through here, grabbing those trees, and load those trees with the tractor and come straight through here and go right out to the back corner. And there's still a lot of metal in here, and that's that Widowmaker that's just leaning up in there. So that's got to get dealt with. So maybe once this is mowed and I'm more comfortable walking, because I want to get a rope on it and just try and give it a yank. But if it goes sideways or goes the wrong way, I want to be able to comfortably run. And that's not running ground over there right now. So maybe if I get that area mowed, I'll work on that. And then over here, you can see this is still all thorns and everything. Another gate in there. I probably won't deal with cutting down all the big stuff. I just want to get the main surface areas mowed so I can start fighting them back. The more I fight them back, the more room Riley has for free rein, and it can start growing in as normal grass. And once I get it all mowed down a couple of times, I'll bring in a bunch of grass seed and see if I can really get the grass to take over and hopefully fight back some of the more aggressive stuff. But inside all this, it's all massive boulders and chunks of rock. So I'm going to see if I can mow up to that as close as I can mow all through here, and there's just all different areas that are like just mounded up and stuff from previous owners' tractors and everything coming through here. And I don't even know what most of this stuff is, but I think I can get all in here mowed and get a lot of this cleared. And in here, this just seems like it was a wasteland. There's a mound here, a mound there. I don't know if that's a massive telephone pole or a tree that dropped. There's other stuff chopped up, another tree that dropped here, big old tree over there. And then this is my pile of brush that I've dragged out so far out of the rest of the property, which is still a lot more to do. Hey, look, the binder from an old notebook. Trash is everywhere. Yeah, and then see we got a big old tree down over here. So eventually I'll start chopping that up, processing it. Just kind of put it on the property line for right now, and see if it's burnable material as we go, and if I'm having fires, I'll burn some of this stuff. And some of the chopped up wood that I over near the house, I brought that out. That dropped pretty neat for dropping it right out of the bucket. Not too bad, a couple of straggler pieces. And then over here is just, that's nature land over there. There's massive boulders right here, and then the vines, thorns are just out of control. That might not get dealt with for a long time. Oh, there's a long beginning video, I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to kind of give you a walk around of what everything looks like to start with, and we'll see where we land. All right, enough jibber jabber. I'm gonna get back to work. Found one automatic blade sharpener. That guy right there. Yeah, that probably sharpened the blade when I went over it. It was pretty loud, and then I went back forward over it because I didn't know if there was worse further back. So hit it, went forward, hit it again. Whatever. But yeah, this is nice. This is all walkable now. And now I'm going to work over here with all these thorn bushes in here, and then just continue working our way back. See if we can get this all done without ruining the lawnmower. Find some wood to knock on. I know you're probably all sick of hearing me say it, because it's like a broken record. Everywhere you go, there's trash. Over there, just mowing, couldn't even see it. There's a bunch of that black plastic sucked up into the blades on the mower, made all kinds of racket. I pulled that all out. That was this small pile right here. And now I'm just starting to see some deep in that thorn bush. And there's all this. This is about, size reference, it's probably about 6 by 4 by about 2 feet high. Like, there's no, like, just straight going through it. I was surprised with how much I got done over here without having to stop. But that's another big old pile of trash. So I'll get that out of the way. Oh, and there's a broken up cast iron tub over here. It's an old busted up cast iron tub. Hopefully I don't find any of those random pieces in the yard, because that'll definitely do some damage to the mower. Alright, remove this trash and get back to bushwhacking. All beat back, going back to over there. A little bit of progress, making more walkable. And I don't know how many bugs I'm going to have on me. And this is, in case you can't tell by the, I hope the time lapse is catching the cloud of dust. But I guess this is one way to find out if I'm allergic to anything on the property, is to mow it all and breathe it in, wear it on every inch of my body. And then I'll know if I have to worry about anything. After that, I can roll around out here and not have to worry about anything. Alright, I'm going to get back to it. Then I'm going to take a lunch break. Well, making more progress. As I said, we got this done, and now I started making my way up here to these back openings. All this room for activities now. It's all walkable up in here now. This is all lumpy and crazy. This ain't really gonna mow. I'll mow some of it, but it ain't gonna mow that good. But yeah, I was contemplating stopping for lunch, and the lawnmower started acting like it was going to run out of gas. So I went to beeline back for gas. It died right over there. So I guess the lawnmower said it wants a break, and for me to take a break and get some food. So I eat my sandwich and get back to it in a few. That's the backyard. And yes, I got my goofy hat on. Back of my neck was burning up from the sun, so this hat always comes in handy. So got it all this mowed down. All this was solid thorn bushes. And I just kept mowing onto it and backing up, mowing onto it, backing up. Eventually got it all chopped down. All that area over there's a ton of rock over there, so I can't mow into that. So that I'll probably come out with a backhoe and just dig at it a little bit, see if I can rip those out, roots and all. If not, I'll be going at it with this guy. But let me see if the forward face camera won't glitch out. So that's a good amount. All cleared. There's a telephone pole there. I got to get that down, and then I'll get all these last of them out. And then I got all this metal grating. I'll get that out of here, and then I'll battle in here and get all these vines. And then over here, this is as far as I can go. Glad the forward facing camera's not glitching out again. But this is where those couches were, so I got to dig in here and get all these remnants of trash out of here. And this is almost all rock in here, like big rocks. Like, that's my size 13 shoe on there. These are all big boulders. So this is going to be fun working in and around all this stuff. This will all have to be done by hand. And then hopefully the tractor will be able to flip these at least and get these and basically make a rock wall along the far side with them. I'm guessing maybe that's why they were here. Maybe that's what the previous owner was thinking, was make another wall on the other side or out back. But we'll see. So yeah, this is huge. Like this whole area back here, like you were like, you know, weaseling between thorn bushes just to get out here. Now you can just walk right through. And I believe some trails out between all these fallen trees and all this lumpy ground. So just fighting back nature a little bit, trying to reclaim, not reclaim, claim what is mine, because it was never clear for me before. So this is nice. Look at that. I don't know if that conveys to what it was to what it is now. That is freaking satisfying. I'm gonna go see if I can blaze a trail through that other side now and see what happens. well, that wraps up another day. Sun's dropped off in the distance, means I go running. So this was the other side here. This all cleared out, and I even got cleared out all the way down over there to the back side of that other driveway I cleared the other day. And my friend Ken and Holly just stopped by, and we were shooting the breeze, and I wasn't even realizing while I was running around here mowing, but he pointed this out. Check this out. Definitely got some deer coming through, scraping up the trees. There's an older one there. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice it. He said that one there, that's like fresh. That's this year. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is that whole side there, all mowed into here. There was 3 of these, full to the top with water. As you can see, the nastiest water you could imagine. So I'm sure that was breeding some of these mosquitoes that are eating me alive. So I tipped all those over. So that's good to get those out of there. I didn't get to clear this area with these. Kind of ran out of time today. But check this out. This is satisfying. This is all mowed out to here now. All these thorns are all mowed all the way back to the rock here. And keep hearing things off in the distance. Yeah, I did a rough mowing in and around some of this stuff as I could. And this was all solid thorns. You'll see in the time lapse of how much I worked back and forth to mow through all these. Check that out. All cleared ground. This is very satisfying. There's a timber down here, so I'll get that timber out and then mow this back, get these out of here. But check that out. It's a very large amount of walkable yard. These are all down trees that are all rotten, so I gotta get the loader out here and get these all pushed to the side for now. Check that out. That's satisfying. This is my brush pile just from the yard. A lot of these mounds, who knows what. But this is pretty satisfying. I think now coming through, I want to do some raking of all like the debris and stuff, like all the loose pieces of thorn bushes and whatnot, and then mow this and whatnot. And I think now that this is all cleared, you can see all this green's coming back in for the lawn here, and all in here. This is all debris in here also. I'll rake out, but look at how much is coming through already. So I think I'm at the point where I can kind of stop mowing. Obviously I'll weed whack all the edges and work on all the thorns and vines and everything eventually, but this is all walkable and all mowable now. I still got more to do up here and over in here, but I'll get to that. But yeah, that was a pretty satisfying day. Between yesterday getting that driveway cleared, trailer moved, and now today getting all that stuff mowed, that was pretty satisfying. And I was saying just the plant life is just, yeah. So phone filled up on storage again. So yeah, just a lot of plant life growing in already. That's why I kind of wanted to prioritize and get this done. Oh, there we go. Now we can see me. So yeah, good chunk. I probably got a couple more hours I'll mess around with maybe tomorrow and kind of wrap up the rest of the yard. And yeah, very satisfying day. Hope you guys had a satisfying day also. Thanks for watching.